All right, guys, what's up? This is SonicSol here with another video. This time, I kind of wanted to talk about something that I've been experiencing with Street Fighter 6 and coaching people, which, by the way, you can check out my Metafy, where I can do a coaching session with you if you're trying to learn how to play the game. But that being said, I did have a few coaching sessions back in, I had one recently, and then I had one before I went to Evo. And a lot of the players that are coming for my Metafy sessions, they're really, really new to the game. And they're either new or they lack a specific fundamental concept about Street Fighter. And the question that I always ask is, why are you guys choosing to play fighting games? And why are you guys specifically signing up for a coaching session with players? Are you guys playing fighting games for the purpose of getting good at them and playing in tournament? Or are you just trying to play with your friends and just have fun with the game? Or are you just trying to learn how to play the game and you want to just know what you're doing? Like, that's the thing about most of my sessions when I try to teach people. They seem to not have a set goal in mind as to why they're playing the game. And in turn, they don't end up spending a lot of time with it. And they'll come to my coaching sessions and they'll pay $20 an hour to learn how to play, only, to just learn the basics. So I would say the one thing that I feel as though people really need to do if they want to learn the game is to actually hit up the tutorial mode and the character guides and the combo trials. The game, like Street Fighter 6, has so many ways for you to learn how to play not only Street Fighter, but fighting games. It's insane that people have not done this more. So the tutorial mode in this game, it does teach you the basics of like how to move and all that extra shit, but it will also teach you more conceptual and nuanced topics. I'll pick anti-airs because that's primarily the thing that most players at the lower level have issues with, because they're not used to playing on the ground. They're mostly used to playing by jumping at the opponent or drive impacting a lot. So if you click on the anti-air option in the tutorial section, which is in the intermediate version, it talks about the type of anti-airs, and it explains that many of your opponents will avoid fighting on the ground and will try to come at you in the air, and being able to intercept these and neutralize these attacks is essential. So you can call these anti-airs, and they vary by character, right? Luke's crouching heavy punch is one such example. I'm going to come at you with a jump attack, match my timing, and use crouching heavy punch to intercept me. This is Ryu speaking in the first, in the first person, just telling you, right? So look, like, it actually teaches you and it tells you how to anti-air. There you go, right? Now, I could go back and try to do a DP if I'm smart enough. It won't give it to me, but it gives you the chance to like practice this stuff. You got what I'm saying? So it explains how to anti-air. And it even goes forward to like say another option is to use a jump light attack or a jumping medium attack, because certain jump arcs are different. And it even shows you like, hey, like, you can also anti-air with a DP. So that is how it goes over the different anti-airs, and it gives you a chance to practice it. And even with mindfulness, it'll be like in real fights, you'll never know when they jump at you. So having a strategy is important. So learning the exact distance as to where forward jumps will reach. So for example, you're playing footsies and then all of a sudden they jump at you. You have to be mindful of where and when the opponent will jump at you. And if you're in the corner and you have your opponent in the corner, when will they want to jump out, right? Look at this. You have to ask, like, when would your opponent want to jump in at you? If your opponent has you in the corner, they're not going to jump at you because they want to keep you in the corner. But mid-screen, they're definitely going to jump at you. You see that? Especially if you're throwing fireballs. You like, look at how much it's explaining to you about the anti-air game in the intermediate section of the tutorial. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of this stuff is in the game. Just like that. Like teaching you how to do combos, cross-ups, how to block shit, how projectiles work in the game, mid-range positioning. It teaches you footsies. It teaches you the basic concept of the neutral game, right? In the tutorial mode. We're going to discuss the importance of the neutral game. This refers to one of the aspects of positioning, attack, and defense in a battle. What we call the neutral game encompasses the battle for positioning at mid-range, where both players move carefully on the ground to stay just outside of the other player's range. So for Ryu, you're going to stay outside of his crouching medium kick and his standing heavy punch range. For Luke, you want to stand outside of his standing heavy punch range because they both have different ranges. There's 3 different elements. There's people poking at you, people counter poking, and then whiff punishment. So pokes, the game teaches you how people are poking. People will poke with like mediums or with heavies or with their crouching medium kicks, right? To stop you from walking back or to just check you. Most of these pokes are to stop people from walking away or walking towards you. You see that? Once you start poking at your opponent, or they get pressured into the corner like this, that's when you've won the neutral game. Generally when you're next to them or they've walked themselves into the corner. You see that? Like, it teaches you these things. And once they're in there, they have to worry about so many things. They can't jump out. They got to worry about drive impact. They have to deal with a lot of your pressure. You see what I'm saying? That is how the pokes lead into proper offense. And then counter poking, right? Counter poking, you think the opponent might try to walk up to you or they might try to press a button. You press your button first and you hit them before their button comes out, right? But then if your button whiffs because they don't do anything, then you get whiff punished, right? So watch, it even explains this, right? Buffering special moves within your mediums. See? It even teaches, look, it teaches you this. Look at that. It teaches you how to buffer your special moves. Like just understand what I'm saying to you guys. This tutorial mode is so good at teaching you all of the nuances of Street Fighter. From the beginner level all the way to the advanced level. Once you've done all of that, the character guides come into play and you can pick whatever character you want and you can spend time in the lab while the game teaches you. So for example, it teaches you strategy on how to play Cammy, right? If you look at my tutorial for Cammy, most of the stuff that I talked about in that tutorial comes from this guide. So, as you're surely well aware, mobility is the key to my fighting style. I approach my target with swift surgical movements and bring them low in one fell swoop. As such, keen awareness of one's distance from the target is of utmost importance, as knowing precisely when to strike. Let's begin with training to keep our opponent in check, right? So we got to judge distances. You're going to keep your opponent within the mid-range, and you want to stop them from trying to come in with your counter pokes. You have standing medium kick, standing crouching medium kick, and standing heavy kick, right? And you can hit confirm all this stuff, right? Your crouching medium kick can be canceled. So you could go in the spiral arrow or spin knuckle or hooligan, right? Your heavy kick has really good ranges, right? That you could use. And then once you realize, wait, my opponent wants to look for some of these buttons, I gotta whiff punish them. That is primarily her game plan, is playing the mid-range to get that knockdown and then start offense. Once you start the offense, then you get to actually begin the second part of the game. Or if the opponent starts to jump in at you because you've been poking at them, then you have to start using your buttons. And it even gives you the ability to try this stuff. Look. So, hey, I want to anti-air you with DP. Let's try that. Let me try to do back medium punch. You could try it yourself. I'm doing it myself. You see? And you get to keep trying it over and over. You can even try other anti-airs. See? I can even do back hard kick. And the thing is, it's going to keep going over all this stuff, right? I just did this back hard kick. Now it's going to test me to do it. I did it too late. Let me try to do it a little earlier. That was too early. Let's try to do it right on time now.
Brilliant. That was perfect.
See? The game actually goes into so much detail, teaching you how to anti-air with the specific anti-airs you need to use, teaching you the neutral game and showing you how it's played, showing you how to play the specific character you want to use. And you could take what you learned from the tutorial mode and apply it to with the character guides. So now we have the combo trials. This is your standard fare of like trials. But what I actually want to show is a specific one that everyone seems to have problems with. Here we go. So intermediate 9 for Cammy players is usually one of the main combo trials that people have issues with, right? They have issue with it because they have to do crouching light punch into her super, right? What this tutorial does, right? Yeah, it's a hard combo and you probably won't be doing this combo in matches. But what it's trying to teach you is the following. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to cancel this into crouching heavy punch. But you could also just do, it's asking you to do standing heavy punch. So you do, see that? I mean, I got it. It's very difficult for a lot of players when they're starting out. But what this is trying to teach you is to buffer your crouching light punch into your super, right? Because you'll fuck it up and get DP by accident, right? But if you do it properly, you'll get the super. It's teaching you how to buffer the super very fast, right? It's teaching you how to cancel from a normal into a special and hit confirming it. You see what I'm saying? So these combo trials, you don't want to take the combo that they're doing because it might not be as optimal as other combos you would do. Like if I landed a low forward, I'm doing this, or I'm doing something like this, right? Like this is without super. Like if I didn't have super, I could do something like this for a setup, you know, or I could do something like this. Let's try something like a micro walk. See, like you don't have to do the combo that they're teaching you, but the thing about the combo that they're teaching you is the fact that you can buffer from your light into super. This is the combo that's trying to teach me. Right? That's the combo it's trying to teach me. But now I know I could buffer from lights into this. So I could do something like this. And get the super from my light. This is very important, especially if you're trying to do like a crouching confirm. See that you do your double low into the crouching light punch in that combo, so then you could just go into the super from this. Because people love to walk back. So you could take what you learned in the combo trial and apply it in other aspects of your game. You don't have to do the combo that they're teaching you. You just want to learn what they're trying to teach you, right? Like this goes into this as a combo. It doesn't go normally into a combo, but you can do drive rush standing heavy punch and it gives you the heavy spin knuckle as a true combo. You see what I'm saying? You take what the combo trials are teaching you and you apply it in different situations. That is what the combo trials are there for. They're not there for you to just grind out those combos. It's there for you to learn different concepts and take what you learn from the tutorial and character guides and try them out. So this suite that's here for you to learn Street Fighter 6 is so underutilized. It's so underutilized. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how underutilized this section of the game is for a lot of new players. And there's so many players that want to be good, that want to say they want to be good, but they don't actually spend the time doing these things. And I get it. You guys just want to boot up the game, play with your friends, and have a good time. But if you're actually serious about being strong at the game and knowing what you're doing in the game, spending your time wisely, and you want to play in tournament, I would suggest you do some of these things. I would suggest you spend time in this mode and learn what the game has to offer. Because that's what I did, and I got master on the first day of the game coming out with the character that I wanted to play as. If so many other people did that, they would be better players. And I feel as though many people just want to get in and hit buttons, and I empathize with that. When I was a kid and I was playing with my cousins, that's what I would do. I would literally just mash on specials with my friends and do everything. I would just do all the special moves because I thought it was cool. I wanted to see how cool my character was. But through that, I was able to learn the motions of how to do each of those attacks. Like, let's say I wanted to do Cammy's DP. I want to do it because it looks cool. I want to do her EXDP because she spins in the air and then she flips, right? I want to do that again on my opponent. How do I do the move, right? So we spend all this time like playing because we like the game and we want to learn the moves of our character. And then once we learn the moves of our character, they get built in our muscle memory. But there has to be an inherent likeness. Like, you have to like the game. There has to be an inherent passion or like want to do it. And if you're passionate enough to want to learn the game and get stronger at it, then you have to, there has to be some form of discipline of teaching yourself of how to do these things. And I learned from just playing the game over time, and then I wanted to really take that next step. So I watched other people play. I wasn't as fortunate as you guys are now, where you have this entire game telling you how to play it at the high level. It's sitting here, and I don't understand why people don't want to use it. I don't understand. Well, I know why. It's because it's not as fun as just playing another person. But you have to realize that if you're aiming to be better, these tools actually teach you. So I feel as though that's what needs to be done. Like, if you're trying to be better at the game, if you're trying to be a tournament level player, or if you're trying to just be serious about the game, then you're going to have to do the things that may not be as fun. And if it is fun for you to go through all these different things and learn all these different concepts, then the process becomes easier. So that's all I really have to say about it. I feel like these modes are not used enough, and I feel like more people have to use them. And it's not like other fighting games where if I boot up like if I boot up Street Fighter 5, the tutorial in that game is very rudimentary and basic. It doesn't teach you anything about the nuances of playing Street Fighter. So this is just a complete 180 from that. You have so much information. And I feel like if you just dedicate that time to it, which if you're passionate enough, you'll definitely become a very good player. But that's all I have to say about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. If you guys want more detailed videos on how to learn the game, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I upload more videos like this. See y'all in the next video. Y'all be easy.